Okay. It's 141.12.
That's what I told you.
You didn't tell me nothing.
Oh. Oh yeah, you're right.
Otacon, are you still okay?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth camouflage, that is.
No.
I have a favor to ask. I
Don't
need
listen
your
to that.
help.
I was wondering when you'd ask. What should I do?
I've been captured. I'm locked up here in this cell.
What cell?
There's a big torture machine nearby.
Okay.
Oh, that's the
I
thing
know.
that I made,
It's
Snake.
close. I'll be there right away.
Thanks.
Do you like it?
I made it because I thought it would save the world.
Ooh, maggots.
Nothing under there. Got no items. No,
They took all your stuff, but let you keep the codex.
They couldn't get rid of the codec. It's like
Oh, it's in his ear or something.
yeah, it's like in his head. It's Nano Machine's son.
But then how does it show his face? I don't understand this.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much just have to wait here. This is a real exciting part of the playthrough.
Yeah, I don't
What
know.
the hell are you doing? Snake, it's showtime.
No!
Ocelot wants you.
It's showtime! It's showtime, Snake!
Oh no, back to this.
Okay, I'll tell you once more.
Yeah. There's multiple parts of this, and
Press the circle button
I don't wanna
repeatedly
do it.
to regain your strength. When you've had enough, press the select button to submit. When your life reaches 0, the game is over. There are no continues, my friend. I fought wars in Afghanistan, Mozambique, Eritrea, and Chad. Among
Chad
the
war.
Mujahideen guerrillas, I was known and feared as Shalashaska. I
Shaka.
was trained by the Russian GRU.
Shut
I am not
You just
like
made
one
that
of
up.
those KGB slugs. To me, this isn't torture. It's a sport.
But to everyone else, it's torture.
Sadists. Don't confuse me with those uniformed fools. Well, shall we begin?
I'm not crazy.
Okay, here we go.
I'm going to submit because I don't want to mash anymore.
All right.
I give up!
You win.
Had enough?
No.
So, you're human after all.
No, I'm a snake.
The torture will stop as I promised. But I'll take the woman in return. I'll have my fun with her before I kill her. No! Girl, I hope you can still look at yourself in the mirror, my friend.
I don't like you, Shalashaska. Where's Otacon?
Taking his sweet time.
Otaku convention, get over here.
Otacon,
I'm headed your way now. Can't you just relax?
I am relaxed. I just don't know how to kill time here.
Okay, I'll be there as soon as I can.
Take a nap, Snake.
Hurry!
Probably watching some of that Japanese anime.
You okay, Snake?
I'm not the right guy. I can't save the world.
What's wrong?
I gave in to the pain. I'm sorry, Colonel. I sacrificed Meryl to save myself.
Snake. She was a soldier. She knew the risks. Battlefield casualties are always tragic, but they're an unavoidable part of
You didn't
war.
tell me this would
Don't
happen.
blame yourself. You still have a mission to do.
Don't worry about it.
You should have pressed that circle button.
No, it's okay.
No, now Merle's dead.
Naomi, please talk to me. Say something to take my mind off the pain.
What can I say?
Anything.
I'm not a very good talker.
Please. Tell me about yourself.
Myself. That's a tough one.
Any family?
ASL.
It's not a happy topic for me.
I don't have any family. No. Wait. There was a man who said he was my father.
Where is he?
Dead. By my own hand.
Big Boss.
What? Big Boss? I had no idea.
There was no way you could. It happened in Zanzibar 6 years ago. Only Snake and I know the real truth of what happened
That's
there.
Metal Gear 2.
So, is it true? Was Big Boss really your father?
That's what he said. That's all I know.
And you were able to kill him? Knowing that?
Yup. He wanted it. Besides, some people just need killing.
That's patricide.
Yup. That's the trauma that Mantis was talking about. The one we share in common.
Is that why you left
They both
Foxhound?
killed their father.
Let's just say that I needed to be alone for a while. And Alaska was the perfect place.
Why did Snake kill Big Boss?
Snake.
Because Big Boss was a
Never
bad
real
guy.
family either.
What? I thought he was a good
Just a
guy.
big brother who put me through school.
Big
We
Boss
weren't
was the
even blood
worst
related,
guy.
and he was much older than
What?
me.
Where is he?
But
He's dead.
In Metal Gear 1,
I don't know
Big
anything
Boss.
that's serious, so.
Big Boss is the
Snake.
bad guy.
Is there a woman in your life?
After you've been through as many
Like
wars
he
as
made,
me, it's hard
like
to
the
trust
first
anyone.
Metal Gear.
Friends?
Roy
Ah,
Campbell.
I see.
And Snake had to
You're
stop
still
him.
calling me friend?
Is that it?
No. There was another. Frank Yeager.
What?
Big Boss's most trusted lieutenant, and the only member of Foxhound ever to receive the code name Fox. Gray Fox.
Ooh.
I learned a lot from him.
Frank Yeager.
Didn't you try to kill each other?
It's true. We did, in Zanzibar. But it was nothing personal. We were just professionals on opposite sides, that's all.
And you still call yourself friends?
Hard to believe. War is no reason to end a friendship.
That's insane.
I first met him on the battlefield. He was being held a prisoner of outer heaven, but he didn't look like a prisoner to me. He was always so cool and precise. I was still green, and he showed me the ropes.
You knew him well?
No, we never talked about our personal lives. Sort of an unwritten rule. The next time I saw him on the battlefield, we were enemies. We were fighting
I
barehanded
really-
in a minefield.
I really hope
I know
that
it
they go
sounds
into
strange
this
to
in Metal
most
Gear
people.
Solid 5.
But we were just two soldiers doing our jobs. It's
This
like a
whole
sport.
little story that they're
Men
telling.
and their
Yeah.
games.
Because
They're like wild animals.
it's not even
You're
a
right.
spoiler that
We are animals.
the Big Boss was a
So
bad
if
guy.
you were friends, then how do you explain the ninja's
Like
behavior?
that's established at the
I
beginning.
don't know.
Ah, see, I
It's
did
your
not know that.
genes.
Yeah, and
They make
Oh,
you
so you're
predisposed towards violence.
if you didn't
I
know
really
that,
like
you'd be
talking
very
about
surprised
genes,
that
Naomi.
because Metal Gear
Why did you
Solid
get into
5 is
genetic
like the
research
downfall
anyway?
of Big Boss, where he
I never
becomes
knew
a
who my
bad guy.
parents were, or even what they looked like.
What? No.
I guess I got
Aw.
into genetics because I wanted to figure out why I am the way I am.
And that's not even
So
a
you
spoiler.
studied
That's
about
like
DNA.
the last piece of the
Yeah.
story that they never
I
told.
thought if I studied my genetic structure, I'd find out
Oh,
who I
okay.
really was.
4 is the
I
last
thought
in the
that by
series, right?
analyzing a person's
4 is
genetic
the end.
information,
That's
I could
where they're
retrieve the
all
blank
old and
spots in that person's
all,
memory.
all that stuff.
Memory
where
is
Big Boss
stored in
dies?
DNA.
We're not sure, but we
Spoiler.
know that a person's genetic fate is determined just by the
Snake
sequence
killed
of the 4
the
bases
Big Boss
in
in
their
Metal
DNA.
Gear 2.
So
That takes
what
place
about
before
my
this
fate?
game.
You know my DNA sequence,
Yeah, I know.
don't you?
Your
Yeah.
fate? I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Of course not.
I'm
You're a scientist, not a
gonna
fortune
have to
teller.
learn a little bit more about this
Okay.
series.
After this cutscene, alright. The timeline. The timeline right here.
Okay.
Then we're like right in the middle of the story.
Okay.
Also, he's got diarrhea.
Oh no.
We're
Taco
like
Tuesday.
right in the middle of the timeline here.
Okay.
What was it, like 7 years ago? That was like Metal Gear 1 and 2.
Mhm.
That happened before this one. That was the first games, but in Metal Gear 1 and 2, Solid Snake, he still plays him, and he like infiltrates Zanzibar.
I'm here.
Where?
Outer Heaven was the place that he infiltrated.
It's me.
Otacon.
Wow, they even captured you.
Hurry, get me out of here.
Let me go. That hurts.
Hurry up.
Can you ask a guy a favor? Let me go. Jeez, it's like an animal's cage. Oh, what a smell.
Because of him.
Yeah,
Snake,
it's
there's a
the
dead guy in
Burma
there.
Chief.
You don't hurry up and get me out of here. I'll be laying next to him.
Those bastards. This lock won't open with a security card. You need a key like the soldiers carry.
So what are you doing here then?
I thought you might be hungry. If you need more food, I can bring some
Got
more
you
later.
ketchup and tuna, Snake.
Oh
Also,
boy.
I got you this level 6 card. It'll get you out of that torture room.
I have way too many cards, Otacon.
Here, take this too.
What's this?
It's a handkerchief. I got it from Sniper Wolf.
Why?
I don't know why, but she's nice to me.
Sounds like Stockholm Syndrome to me.
I was taking care of the dogs here. After the terrorists took over, they were planning to shoot all the dogs.
Oh,
But
the
Sniper Wolf
doggies.
stopped them. She even let me feed them when I asked. She likes dogs. She must be a good person. Please don't hurt her.
Wake up, you idiot. She's the one who shot Meryl.
I'm gonna hurt her.
Well, that's all I can do.
They're planning to launch a nuke. I've got to stop them.
Then you have to get past the communications tower.
First, you have to get me out of here.
Come on, I'm trying my best.
That guard's got the key. You'll have to take him out.
Give me a break. I'm no soldier. I can't take anybody out.
You have to.
I'll be killed. Oh, jeez. He's coming back. See you later.
Wait.
okay, viewers. If you don't want a lot of expositions, skip this episode because there's no more gameplay. I'm stopping it right here. Dylan,
Yes.
Solid Snake infiltrated, not Shadow Moses, a place in Zanzibar called Outer Heaven.
Yes.
That was a place that was created by Big Boss.
Okay.
After he turned bad. Outer Heaven is a bad place. There's like child soldiers, he's mean, he made Metal Gear. He's a terrorist.
Why is he so mean?
Because he turned bad. He's a bad guy. Because of reasons that you'll learn eventually. And then Snake destroys Metal Gear. Big Boss builds one again. They have this big old conversation where Big Boss is like, "I am your father," and Solid Snake was like, "Okay, cool." And so they have the boss fight at the end of Metal Gear 2, which ends in the most brutal way possible because Solid Snake, in order to beat Big Boss, he had to fashion a flamethrower out of like a lighter and like a can of hairspray, and he burns Big Boss alive.
Oh man.
And now, 7 years later, that brings us to here. 7 years after Big Boss is burned alive by Solid Snake. Now these guys want his remains for genetic experiments to make their genome soldiers better.
Okay.
Because Big Boss is the legendary hero soldier. Then next is Metal Gear Solid 2. That's Raiden's story, so it's not that important to the main story.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that is Metal Gear Solid 4. That's years later after this one. Everyone knows everybody. Everybody hates each other, all that stuff.
So Metal Gear Solid 4, though, that is Solid Snake that you play as?
Yeah, you play as Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid 4, and that is the end of the story, end of the timeline.
Okay.
For really obvious reasons that I'm not gonna say because spoilers.
Okay. See, I was under the impression that 4 had Big Boss, so that's why I was confused. but now that that's all cleared up now.
Well, I could go into that, but it would be like really huge spoilers.
No,
So-
that's okay. That's
so
okay.
I'm not gonna say anything
That's-
else about Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, we'll get to it eventually.
But back at the beginning of the timeline, that's Metal Gear Solid 3. Solid,
So-
where you play as Big Boss, Naked Snake, they called him.
So 3 is the first in
Yeah.
the series.
3 is the beginning of the timeline,
Okay.
and then like 3, Big Boss, big hero, everyone loves him. And then Peace Walker, that's where it starts to get a little iffy. He's like, I don't think I trust the government too much, so he moves away from America and starts his own place.
Mm-hmm.
That's the like beginning little seed that starts him on his path to being a bad guy, because at that point he's still a good guy, but he's willing to work for anyone that pays for it. He starts like his own military. It's actually called I'm not good at French, but it's like Military Sans Frontières, and that's based on Medicine Sans Frontières, like Doctors Without Borders.
Mm-hmm.
That means Soldiers Without Borders.
Okay. So he basically becomes like a gun for hire.
Yeah, pretty much, with his own army.
Right.
His own good guy army.
He's an army for hire.
Yeah, and then that brings us to Metal Gear Solid 5, where at the beginning, you played Ground Zeroes.
Yeah.
That place that burns down at the end,
Mm-hmm.
that is Mother Base that you set up. Like, you actually build and recruit people to work there in Peace Walker. That place.
So that's Big Boss's.
Yeah, that's
Headquarters.
where he lives. That's where
Okay.
he lives and operates. And
Okay.
they take that away from him.
Who did?
That's what we're gonna find
That's
out in Metal Gear
fine.
Solid 5.
Okay. I'm good.
And that Metal Gear Solid 5 is right the most crucial part of the story that's never been told. All we know is that Big Boss goes from being a good guy to a very, very evil bad guy.
Hmm.
By the end of Metal Gear Solid 5, he's gonna be very mean.
That's kind of sad. I don't really.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, I know for a fact I'm probably gonna cry.
I don't like that.
And this is a story that I've been following since I've been like 5 years old, and it's about to end.
That does have to be rough.
Oh,
I wish
it
that I
is.
had played it growing up too, but
Yeah, it's
I never
it's
did.
rough. I've always wanted them to tell that story, and they're finally doing it. And there's probably not going to be a Metal Gear Solid ever again after that.
Yeah.
Okay, this episode is probably going to end up being like 40 minutes long. But I don't care. I had to get all this exposition. It's a very convoluted story, but when it's all laid out in front of you, when you understand it all, it's really simple.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that you've broken it down, it's.
Yeah, like people say it's like one of the most complex stories ever. It's really not.
I think they only say that it must be because the
It's
order
probably
of the games.
it's probably because there's like a million like canon parts to the series that go all over the timeline.
Yeah.
But when you put the timeline in order, it's very simple. Good guy becomes bad guy. His son, quote unquote, gets raised, kills the bad guy.
Is this Star Wars?
Yeah, it's Star Wars,
Okay.
and it's all a bunch of corruption and whatnot.
Oh my God! It really is Star Wars. You've got the
It's pretty
prequel
much.
trilogy.
Yeah, there's a prequel trilogy, but the only difference is the prequels are better.
Yeah, these are actually probably watchable.
Metal Gear Solid 5 is probably going to be the best in the series.
If it's anything like Ground Zeroes, then yeah, it's going to be good. 'Cause, I mean, I didn't know what was really going on in Ground Zeroes, but it was cool.
Okay. And if you, old watcher, listener, if you stayed for this, good for you.
Yeah.
Good job.
Round of applause right there.
I did my best to keep a spoiler-free summary of the whole dang series. If I included spoilers, this would have been like twice as long.
You did a good job.
I think I did.
I feel like I know enough that's going on, but then I'm still going to be surprised.
Yeah, like even with that summary, you can probably just start up Metal Gear Solid 5 knowing that stuff.
Mhm.
But if you know the whole story, like play the games, it'll be even more meaningful and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna end this episode. And we're gonna start up right here. Boop.